What's up everyone, Leland with Benchmark Vehicles, and I'm here to talk about van number 116. This is a really cool 170 project we did for an awesome couple out of Massachusetts. One client is from Belgium, another client, his partner is from Virginia, and it's been really fun working with them. We started this van a few months ago. It's finished in Tenorite Grey Metallic, which we wrapped in PPF. So it's got the XL Stealth PPF, and it really transformed this color. If you've watched some of the other videos in the 144 Apprentice van we have, it's the exact same color, but looks like a completely different van. So the PPF really transformed this color. We do that a lot on the vans. It protects the paint, changes the look. This one definitely shifted the overall color in a really positive direction, more than I think any other wraps that we've done here. Maybe the Von de Blue van as well, but this one's really cool, pretty stealth, pretty simple outside. So just the light bar rack on top, a couple LP6s on the front, Agile Offroad ride improvement package, and their Overlander wheels, which are awesome, dual valves, rapid air down valves, and a nice BFG KO3 tire. There's a couple different things inside this van that we took on as a new challenge for us, so we're going to talk about that a little bit, and let's take a look. All right, so we're inside this 170 Sprinter van. And so these clients, they came out for a shakedown cruise. Shakedown cruise is kind of a good opportunity if you're trying to fit in a trip to the West Coast, if you're far away and want to check out Oregon, what Oregon has to offer. I worked with them to sort of recommend all my favorite places, and they went to pretty much all the spots I recommended, which was awesome. They wrote a really cool blog about the trip as well, which was great. We'll link that to our website as well for you to check out. But it was a good week-long trip, and they were able to experience the van, experience all the natures and beauty of Oregon and what we have to offer here. And then they're busy folks like most of our clients, so we're shipping their van out today, out to the East Coast, so they can enjoy the East Coast and camping out there, going to Maine and all over Massachusetts and Vermont. But it's a good opportunity to experience a little bit of something that you're not usually accustomed to seeing, and still being close by to the shop if anything comes up in that first couple weeks. That's usually when questions come up the most, if there's any sort of thing to tweak or fix. It's always in the first couple weeks that those sort of things happen. So it's a lot easier to be here, still close to the shop, where we can take care of anything, or if something needs to be added into the van. So this van, we added a door-triggered LED light bar inside the garage. Just one of the options that wasn't included in the initial build, but we knocked that out yesterday, and it's all ready to go for them. So this one's cool. We did all of our bamboo trays and drawers and nice inserts throughout. The clients actually selected their own knives, and these ones are beautiful. Nice hand hammered steel. Pull out trash can. Of course, we've got a nice Breville espresso machine in here. The Fellow kettle and the Vitamix. So everything is really compact, stored really well in here. Doesn't really skip a beat as far as what can go in these premium level 170 vans. You can see on here we've got the fridge elevated. There's no cabinet here for storage. This is a toilet under here that pulls out into the shower. We're going to take a look at that. But it's nice to just be able to elevate that fridge, give a home to the toilet. That question comes up a lot. Where does my toilet go? Which toilet do I use? This one we selected a Wrappon toilet, which is awesome. It's a coagulating powder dry flush toilet. They work great. Control panels are up above. Still have the AC centrally located in here. Scoping the third seat, bench to bed, a couple Shieldmans up front we'll look at as well. But come on back to the shower. I want to show you what we accomplished here with the pull-out. I'm going to start with this client is 6 feet 4 inches. So I'm 5'11". I have a little bit of headroom here. He just barely fit in here, and we've got a heated floor. So our heated floors are only built up 7/8 of an inch, so that's a nice feature. But in this van, we didn't do a shower tray, so the wood mat to give us a couple more inches of head height. So even if you're tall, you can still kind of get down, shower in here, use the space. And then of course, back in here, we have the toilet, which is on a really nice pull-out tray, and you can lift the lid up and use the toilet here. So this guy tucks away, completely out of the way, completely sealed off. You're not going to get any water into the adjacent cabinet here. And that worked out well. So this is the first one we've done like this. We've got a lot of these in design right now as well. It's a good option. We can do different toilets in it. So the Wrappon's just one option that we can put in with the shower and integrated fridge box. So up front here, we've got the Shieldman Vario seats with the black leatherette and basket weave center cloth. These are super comfortable. These are the Klima seats. So we've got ventilation, we've got heat, we've got multiple adjustments. Of course, they spin around like every van. Orange belts, we custom order these when we order these vans. You always know a custom benchmark order when you do see the orange belts. This wasn't a van that was just pulled from stock. This is something that we have a template with our dealerships that we work with that we hand over. They build the van exactly to our specifications, and this is just one of the touches we like to see on here. There's a lot of features under the chassis that we don't really get into a lot, but we help all of our customers work through that ordering process with the van. And really what it comes down to, because it can be an overwhelming experience, is that the color is definitely the most important decision to think about, and we handle all of the other features that you wouldn't really think about up front in the cabin. So of course, climate control in the floor, 10-inch screen, 360 cameras. We do N62, which is an alternator bracket for an additional alternator. All of our vans have an additional alternator to charge the house batteries. And then I don't like to order anything in the van that we're gonna throw away. So there's no floors in these vans, there's no plastic wall paneling. Those are all items that get scrapped and either get recycled or go into the landfill, and we try to avoid that at all costs.